Houston Life starts now. Happy Tuesday, everyone, and welcome to Houston Life. It is July 14th, 2026. I'm Derek Shore, and joining us today in the co-host seat, the host of the podcast Good Taste for the Soul and the TV show Good Taste with Tanji, Emmy Award-winning journalist. We call that a snap pull, Tanji Patton. Tanji, it's so nice to see you.
I kind of like the snap pull.
I do too, right?
Yeah.
It really jazzes things up. Listen, you are one of the busiest people I know. I am so thrilled you're here today, and it's always a pleasure catching up with you.
Well, we were talking, it's been a minute since you and I have done this,
co-hosted together,
yeah,
even though you're on the
years,
show monthly.
Maybe. Yeah, so it's been a minute.
4 years.
There's no one, you're so talented, yes, but you're so genuine, and the camera doesn't lie, and so there's no one I'd rather sit next to and have a heart-to-heart chat.
That is so sweet.
It's very true.
You know what, let's start the show on a light note. I was thinking of you and your husband, Mike, because, you know, one of your favorite places to travel is Italy. In fact, your travels to Italy inspired Good Taste TV, right?
Absolutely.
15 years ago. And we have some video of the trip that Brandon and I just took. And this for us, one of the reasons we love traveling is we reconnect with people we love. So my dear friend Seth Doan and his husband, Andrea Pastorelli, there's a lemon salad. We went out to, we started in Rome and then Naples. We went to this little island called Procida, and they're known for their lemons. Seth has a really busy job in TV. A few weeks ago, he was interviewing Shania Twain on horseback. I mean, Andrea is the head of, he was the former CEO of Teach for Italy, now is the head of the Europe region of Teach for All. So he between speaking at conferences, these guys made time to see us, and it was so special just to reconnect. We went to Andrea's mom's house, this house he grew up in. His mom Alma and his father Ernesto, who's been having some serious health issues lately. And then Seth and Andrea have this beautiful home in Tuscany. Look at that in the distance. That's Montepulciano, Tanji.
Beautiful.
They look out on this wine region. And it's more than just, I thought of you because when you sit down and you have a meal with a total stranger or someone you love, it's about more than just eating, right? It's about making memories with people you love and also making time, making those people a priority, right?
Bingo. Making time for people you love. I mean, that's what matters. And I think for some reason, you know, we are so blessed in this country. We have every modern convenience in the world.
We do.
And we all get caught up in what we do. Over there, they're more preoccupied with how they live.
It's so true.
You know, and they take the time. A meal is sacred there. You don't sit down and fast food is like an American invention that's showing up over there. They don't do that.
No, and in fact, if you try to go to a business during the day, you know this, good luck. I mean, between 1 and 3:30 or 12:30 and 3:30, everyone is taking their long lunch or their little siesta in the afternoon. Refresh our memory, because you and Mike have been over on that side of the pond many, many times. Was it a conversation that you had, like, hey, let's start this TV show connecting people through food?
Italy touched us in ways that's hard to describe. It's beautiful, right? When you drive through the Tuscany countryside, I always feel like I'm in an oil painting. You know, I am driving through some amazing work of art, and it was the ultimate creator, but Tuscany is that for me. It's the most beautiful place I've ever been, and we've traveled all over the world. I just love it. But then the people. The people are so hospitable. I'm sure his parents loved having you all. That's a big deal to host someone in your house there.
Oh, yeah. And
it's an honor.
At one point, this is your son, Cash.
Oh, that's...
Wait, and this was a recent trip, right?
That's in the Canary Islands. Cash and I went there. We were going to work with that government there for a bit on some podcast episodes, and then I don't know what happened. The election happened, and that deal went away. But it was the most wonderful experience to travel with my son. That's the first time we've done that, just he and I, on a plane in a foreign country, and it was great.
You're very close with
and he's producing our podcast now. Incredibly close. Yeah, it's very special.
I mean, your son is producing the podcast, and behind the scenes, a lot of people probably look at you and think, oh, so glamorous. What a great job. I mean, people don't realize what a schlep it is to do what you have been doing, to create a show, to set up the gear, to meet the people, to do the legwork, to figure out even who you're going to speak with and where you're going to go, Tanji. I mean, you are a storyteller, you're a journalist, an Emmy-winning journalist, by the way, and aren't you proud of the life you created?
I am proud of the life he gave me. We have done some incredible things, and the older I get, I'm 66. I'm going to be 67 next month.
Shut the front door.
And I shout it from the rooftops.
Wow.
Now.
I've known you all these years, and I haven't known your age.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I've done some amazing things, but guess what? I haven't done it alone, and I'm realizing that more the older I get. Oh my gosh, looking back over a life, it's such a beautiful thing. And I see now, I missed so much of people and places that were literally lined up and put in my path for a reason. And doing that TV show was one. I have the most incredible team that worked on this TV show. We are all good friends now, and it has been a blessing to work with these guys. They are the top of the business, and I've been very gifted to work with them. And now moving into the podcast, this is my passion. Journalism is my passion. I was an investigative reporter. I love digging. I love researching. I love hearing people's stories. And the podcast is giving me an opportunity to do that. It's faith-based for the most part. So I am meeting these incredible people with amazing stories, authors, Nobel Prize, New York Times bestselling, you name it. But Max Lucado, I know a lot of your audience will know who Max Lucado is, and others like that.
The author.
John Burke, Imagine Heaven, New York Times bestselling author of more than one book. It's an incredible experience, and I don't know why I'm in the podcast world right now, but I answered that still voice, and it's been beautiful, and I have no idea where it's going, and it keeps changing, so.
And it keeps growing.
Yeah.
I would guess that you're doing the podcast because you're a storyteller, and you've worked with some of the best people because you are one of the best. I truly believe, we had a producer today, Andrea Sladen, who works on our KPRC2 Investigates team, who worked with you, came in, made it a point to come in and say hi to you and give you a hug. And I feel like when you are friends with people you've worked with, Seth Doan and I used to work together, you learn a lot about someone when you work with, right?
Yes.
When you work with them. You see their work ethic, you see how they show up for people. We've all had people we would never want to work with again. Or like we might work with again.
Yeah.
But then if you were starting your own thing, you would gravitate to those people you really, really know because you worked with. And that, Tanji, is part of the magic about you. You're so good and you're great at what you do, really.
Well, it's a gift. I just am what I am, Derek, and I mean that. Everything I have, the older I get, the more grateful I am, and the more looking back, I think pride, I think, is one of the things that's being shown to me of. I don't have all the answers. I don't know it all. My way is always not the best way. And when I've tried to do things my way, they may turn out okay. I may think I'm in control. I'm learning now. I had no control. There are so many things that I'm learning now. Give it up.
You can't be
I can't control. No. Nor do
Okay.
you want me in control,
Well,
Derek.
I think I might. I trust you. Hey, so while I was away, I tried to unplug and really disconnect. I wasn't on social media. I missed a huge announcement from you.
Yeah.
And maybe some of our viewers are unaware of just one of the things you're dealing with behind the scenes.
Yeah. I got a cancer diagnosis. It's hard to say that word. I call it the C word in June. And the first thing I want to say to women, if you feel something in your breast, don't ignore it. Don't let the doctors blow you off. Don't let the sonogram that turns out negative be enough if you feel there's something else there. Be persistent, and I've learned that. The other part of it is, mine is so minor. So many of you are walking through so many bigger things than this, and I want you to know I know that. But when you're given something like that C word diagnosis, all kinds of thoughts go through your mind, right? You start thinking about the why. I'm not dwelling on the why anymore. I thought about it initially, but it doesn't matter. Now it's about the how. How do I move through this, right? How do I move forward? And it's been interesting. So I cannot tell you. I decided not to do another season of the TV show back in the fall. My husband knew, a very good friend knew, but that was it. And I'd been praying about it for 2 years. And it finally in the fall, and I will tell you, when Charlie Kirk got assassinated, that was a real turning point for me. I don't know why. I didn't follow him. I'm not making a statement about Charlie Kirk one way or the other. but that really hit me hard, that something like that could happen in this country, of all countries. That
you
hurt
think about
me.
your own
Touched me
mortality,
deep.
right?
I did, and I felt like God had told me use my voice for Him, and that was the decision. In September of last year, I'm going to move forward with the podcast and not the TV show.
Wow.
I had no idea this cancer road was ahead of me, but for some reason, I really believe God cleared a path for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason is. I still don't know what the reason is, but it has been the most beautiful month. I know this sounds weird, that I think I have ever had. I mean, it's been incredible. The people I'm meeting along the way, I think I told you I chose to go with MD Anderson. I cannot tell you the beautiful souls that work in MD Anderson. A lot of folks in your audience know exactly what I'm talking about. There is a spirit of love there. There's a spirit of Christ there. I don't know how to explain it, and I don't know how an organization that big and that commercial pulls that off, but they do it, and it's through the people. I've got documented. I know time is always the enemy on our show. I know that. It's in my social media. The beautiful individuals who have shown up. I had my 4th visit yesterday. And this is the first time in a month that I have been looking forward to going to MD Anderson.
Wow.
Because I could not, I know this sounds crazy, I could not wait to see how God was going to show up. He has shown up in so many ways, coming into that building through the people, through kind gestures. And this time I was looking forward to see how he's going to show up. I was smiling. I walked up in that room and up those escalators happy. And he didn't disappoint. A friend, do I have time to share that?
25 seconds.
Okay. Months ago, weeks ago, a friend in church gave me one of those little Jesus figurines, right? You've seen them. Mm-hmm. And I stuck them in my pocket, didn't think anything of it. Go to the MD Anderson, it's raining, I step out of the car, stick my hand in a pocket in a pair of pants I rarely wear because you have to dry clean them. And I felt something in my pocket. I pulled it out. It was that little Jesus figure.
You're like, that's where I left that.
I didn't know. In any event, it was the message, he's here, he's with me. I'm good. It's all good. So it's all good. And it's going to be good, whatever good is. And I know that. So I didn't mean to.
The fact
go
that we
off
have to
on
take a commercial break is so annoying. But Tanji, you're okay and you feel great.
I'm great. I'm in super hands at MD Anderson and the Ultimate Healers right there. So I'm good.
And you're going to continue to update us too.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with us. And of course, we're cheering for you. And you're part of our family.
Well, you're a part of my family. Crazy to look forward to MD Anderson, right? But I always look forward coming to Houston Live. This is the most beautiful. Talk about beautiful souls. The team on this show is amazing, and you're right up there leading the pack.
You are a class act, Tanji.